Okay, today we're going to start exponential functions, okay? So a couple of things. An exponential function is when you have a function and the exponent is x or something multiplied by x, okay? X is in the exponent in the equation, all right? You will see in the graphs either a rapid increase or a rapid decrease. So it's going to start off slow, like this is exponential growth, okay? It starts off slow and then it gets faster and faster, going up, 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 up. Or it'll start off slow and it'll go faster and faster, going down, 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 all right? And so we're going to in the next lesson, break it up into talking about exponential growth versus exponential decay. But for now, we just are going to talk about it in general, okay? So as x increases by 1 on a table, all right, then your y is going to multiply or technically divide by something. So when we look at a table of values, right, if x is increasing steadily, your y is going to be either increasing like by multiplying, right, by something every time, or it's going to be dividing by something every time, or dividing is the same as multiplying by a fraction, which we're going to see, okay? So that's kind of the basics that we're going to go with to start off for like introduction here. Okay. So I'm going to move this up. Does everyone have the first part at least? Okay, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. And under my video, you can't see this super well, so I'm going to put this in. This says X and Y here. And this says 0, 1, 2, 3 for X, and then Y says -1, -3, -9, -27. Okay, so the first thing is, does the table or rule represent a linear or an exponential function? So linear means that it's constantly increasing or decreasing by the same rate, meaning as X increases by 1, Y is either adding something or it's subtracting something. That's linear, okay? Exponential means as X increases by 1, Y is either multiplying by something or dividing by something. So X is increasing by 1 here, right? We're adding 1 each time on the top. Now the bottom, we go from -1 to -3 to -9 to -27. Is that adding by something, subtracting by something, multiplying, or dividing? Alvin, go ahead. By what? It is. This is multiplying by 3 every single time. So since it's multiplying by 3 every single time, we know that this is exponential. Okay? Now, the next one doesn't give a table. It just says y equals 3x, which means 3 times x. Okay, so be careful here because we just talked about y has to multiply each time. In an equation, right, if we were to make a table for this, right, like this, a quick xy table, x being 0, 1, let's only do 3 of them. If x is 0, 3 times 0, what is y? 0. If x is 1, 3 times 1 is what? If x is 2, 3 times 2 is? Okay, let's do one more. If x is 3, what would we get? Okay, so this one is increasing by 1 on the top each time. The x is, really? What is the y doing? Is it adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? Adding. By how much? 3. This is adding by 3. So what's this one? Is it exponential or linear? Linear. Okay, now let me show you the shortcut, which I kind of gave you up here. The very first thing I wrote up here is the exponent has to be x. So in an equation, what's the exponent here? It's technically 1. That's right. There's a hiding 1 on there. Okay, so this one, the exponent has to be x, not 1. All right, so this one is linear automatically because that exponent is not x. Does that make sense? All right, so does anyone have an idea what this exponential function? Maybe we should do that. We'll wait on that. All right. So next we're going to figure out how to write the equation for that. Okay, right here where we say y equals, and then we know our exponent is x. Does anyone know what our base number would be? What's it going to be? 3. And so 3 to the 0. 3 to the 1 is not positive 3, but negative 3, right? So what would happen here? Negative 3. Okay, so the way you figure that out, just a little cheat, right, is that if you know it's exponential, x is the exponent, and the base number is what it's multiplying by each time. Okay, and if it's negative, you got to make that negative. All right, let's go. Let's see if you can get this correct now. So the got it right here. Let's see. You try A and B for the got it. And for those that are, if we're watching a video, this should say X and Y here. And then tell me if it's exponential or if it is linear. For both of them. Yep, for A and for B.